Let's get one thing clear, most men hear the words a woman says, but they don't always decode what's actually being communicated. What's spoken out loud and what's signaled through timing, silence, or eye contact can be completely different messages. If you don't learn to read that contrast, you'll spend years confused, thinking women are a mystery, when in truth, their behavioral patterns are consistent and readable. This isn't about blaming anyone or turning connection into combat. It's about awareness, the kind of understanding that should have been passed down but often wasn't. When you grasp the emotional engine behind her words, the fog lifts. You stop stumbling over mixed signals. You stop waiting for clarity that isn't coming. You stand on principle, not wishful thinking. Now, before we break down the first common line, do me a solid, tap like, subscribe, and let's build a generation of men who understand themselves, their worth, and the women in their lives. Let's go. We'll start with the first and maybe most frequent phrase, one that sounds like a kind verdict: I'm not ready for a relationship right now. It's wrapped in softness and seems reasonable, even noble. But don't let the diplomacy lower your guard. What's almost always left out is one crucial clarification that changes everything: I'm not ready for a relationship with you. This isn't about bad timing, a busy season, or finding herself. It's a statement of low genuine desire. She isn't saying she needs space for her career or healing, she's signaling something else: the man I truly want hasn't chosen me yet, and you're filling the emotional space until then. Many men take this as a test of patience, thinking if they wait, her feelings will grow. That's self-deception. Real desire doesn't work on a savings plan. If she wanted you, time wouldn't be an obstacle. When a woman feels strong impulse, hesitation evaporates. She'll rearrange her schedule, cancel plans, and create reasons to see you, not excuses to keep distance. Women don't risk losing a man who truly excites them by saying they're not ready. So why not just say it straight? Because social norms often encourage soft packaging of rejection, it eases guilt. It's more comfortable for her if you walk away thinking she has a complex inner world, rather than face the simple fact that you weren't wanted. It preserves her image while leaving you in limbo. But the core truth remains: you're not the lead in her story. You're the placeholder. If you accept that role, you become an emotional stopgap until the person she really wants shows up. Value your time, it's your only non-renewable resource. Don't invest it in illusions that will never pay off. Drop a comment below if you've heard this one: what happened next? Let's move to the next phrase, one that can disorient you not just financially, but mentally if taken literally: money doesn't matter to me. It's often said softly, creating the illusion she's above material concerns. Men hungry for sincerity often think, finally, someone who sees me for me. And they let their guard down. But don't be fooled by the packaging. When a woman says this, she's rarely rejecting wealth itself, she's rejecting men who make money their idol while forgetting human connection. What she's really signaling is, I want a man who values me more than his ego, but who also has the capability to create security. For her, finances aren't about greed, they're a marker of direction, responsibility, and proof you're steering your life, not drifting. Even free-spirited women feel safer with someone who can manage resources, because instability registers in the subconscious as a survival threat. Stability is an ancient language of attraction, hardwired by evolution. So when you hear, money isn't everything, don't translate it as, I'll live in a shack with you forever. She might stand by you during a build-from-nothing phase, but she won't accept stagnation where lack becomes the norm. Women are drawn not to money itself, but to the energy of competence, the kind that says a man can provide security in any circumstance. That energy reflects vision, discipline, and self-control. Money is just a byproduct. Don't confuse her stated simplicity with permission for your complacency. Otherwise, you might find her indifference to money vanishes when another man shows he can turn ambition into results. If this resonates, hit like and share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Now, the third phrase, a true classic that sends a dopamine hit straight to the ego, shutting down critical thought: I usually don't do this, but with you it's different. This isn't a spontaneous confession. It's a calibrated line meant to make you feel chosen, unique, like you alone have the power to break her rules. But look closer. When someone loudly announces their purity or strict boundaries, it's often to preemptively justify actions that are about to happen. She understands the male conquest instinct and how men judge availability, so she creates an alibi, making her behavior seem like a surrender to an irresistible exception. In reality, if those rules fall away quickly, they likely never existed. You're not causing a system failure, you're witnessing standard operation. The script repeats, only the names change. This isn't about morality or your uniqueness. It's image management, preserving the good girl persona in your eyes. The trap is believing you've unlocked something profound, when in truth you've entered a well-worn script. If a woman truly doesn't do something, she simply won't do it. No spark changes deep principles overnight. Don't let vanity buy you a ticket to a performance where you think you're improvising, but you're following a pre-written play. Comment below, have you heard this one? Did you realize it in the moment or later? Fourth phrase, a telling sign of whether you're with a healed person or someone still chained to the past: my ex means nothing to me. Men hear this and breathe a sigh of relief, believing the slate is clean. But pause. The psyche doesn't have a delete button. Emotions buried alive don't die, they fester and influence fears and reactions. Ask yourself, if he truly meant nothing, why bring him up at all? True indifference is silent. Constant mention, whether anger, mockery, or comparison, is smoke from a still smoldering fire. By repeatedly invoking his name, she unconsciously invites his ghost into your dynamic. The danger for you is simple: you can't fix her past trauma with your love. You'll spend energy repairing damage you didn't create, absorbing toxicity from her unfinished business. Worse, once she heals, often with your support, she may leave, because you'll forever be linked to her broken chapter, not her strength. When you hear this, don't debate. Observe. True healing shows in action, not declaration. If the past still haunts your conversations, it's still in charge. Don't fool yourself, as long as that phantom has a throne in her mind, you're the temporary stand-in, not the king. Want more breakdowns like this? Make sure you're subscribed. Tap that button now. Fifth phrase, kryptonite for genuine men: I want a nice guy. Almost every woman says this, but the men who truly captivate them are far from the flat, passive, nice many men assume. To most men, nice means agreeable, accommodating, conflict avoidant. In her dictionary, it means warmth without weakness, a man who keeps a kind heart but holds a steel backbone. She doesn't want an emotional weather vane that shifts with her moods. She wants a rock that respects her feelings but doesn't let them flood the deck. Men often mistake this request as permission to pedestal her from day one. But worship doesn't create attraction, it bores it. Women don't fall for fans, they fall for leaders who treat themselves like sovereigns and allow her into their world. A nice guy without strength isn't desired, he's background noise. Her tests aren't manipulation, they're scans of your essence. Is your kindness from abundance of strength, or lack of courage? The paradox: be kind to her, but be formidable to the world for her sake. Kindness without authority becomes weakness, and weakness kills desire. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, smash like and share this video. Sixth and final phrase, modern, strategic, and tailored to male hunger for uniqueness: I'm not like other girls. It sounds like music to tired ears. Finally, an exception to the rule, you think. But let's remove the mask: this isn't a description, it's marketing. It's a shortcut around your defenses. Men today crave authenticity in a world of copies. She knows declaring her difference works like an admin password, lowering your guard before you truly know her. But here's the truth: a woman who's genuinely different won't announce it. The moment she says this, she reveals not uniqueness, but a fear of being seen as average. It's verbal camouflage to stand out from competitors before actions can speak. Those who shout loudest about being different often run the same software, they just have a more polished interface. Real rarity shows in quiet strength, integrity, loyalty in hard times, dignity in conflict, and how she speaks of others when they're not there. Uniqueness doesn't need slogans. It speaks through actions that can't be faked. So when you hear, "I'm not like the others," don't get hypnotized. Step back, analyze coldly. Does the reality match the branding, or are you being sold a well-packaged imitation? Which of these lines have you heard? Go to the comments right now and tell me your story, triumph or lesson. There's a thread tying these 6 phrases together. Women aren't adversaries, they're often following emotional and instinctive patterns. But their words can be maps with misleading coordinates if you don't learn to read the true terrain beneath. A aware man doesn't waste energy rationalizing chaos or searching for hidden meanings that aren't there. He also doesn't swallow bait, no matter how sweet. He observes, reads actions, pauses, and energy, and makes choices accordingly, without resentment. If this resonated with you, take action. 1. Like this right now, let the algorithm know this matters. 2. Subscribe, you don't want to miss what's next. 3. Share it with men who need to hear it. 4. Comment below, engage with the community. We're building a different kind of man here, one who leads with awareness, not reaction. Your calm, your standards, and your self-control will protect your future more than any emotionally charged promise. Stay strong. Stay aware. I'll see you in the next one.